Hi friends, the topic is the updates of war between Hamas and Israel. I would like to have my submission on certain points. Anyway, you all are aware that the timing of this war, the war is going on at a very critical geopolitical timing. Why so? It is because Ukraine-Russia war is still going on with full swing. Second is world economy is still in bad shape after COVID-19. Third is the trade war is still going on, not between USA and China alone, but also US allied and China. And plus you are aware that India, China also had some kind of problem with the trade. The fourth is Cold War, some kind of new Cold War is still going on between China and USA, particularly on certain issues like Taiwan and South China Sea. And fourth is the BRICS, the group BRICS have certain planning, that is de-dollarization against USA. Fourth is you are aware that the election is on the next door for USA and India both. And fifth is that economic sanction imposed by USA on Russia after the Ukraine war is still, it has proved as a roadblock to the world economy. So is the reason that this is adverse timing when this war is taking place. Okay, let us see what happened on 7th October when Hamas had deadliest and horrific attack on Israel. We all have many questions, but hardly we have any concrete answers. Let us see to what extent I could answer it here. First question is, how did Hamas enter into Israel, cross the border and enter into Israel, and smashed and shattered Israel for hours together? And when they came back safely, unhurt, along with more than 225 hostages also. And surprising, they had gone there with bulldozer also. All it is a mystery how it happens. Anyway, my answer is very simple and straightforward. My answer is Israel, Netanyahu, Hamas, Mossad, all are a big name. But what happened to the big name? Big name means the war hero. But it has proved that they are no longer war hero, but mere a paper tiger. That's all. Next question is, what delayed Israel's ground invasion of Gaza even after 20-21 days? My answer is very simple, that USA and Europe are suggesting Israel not to go for invasion. Why? If you go for invasion, then Iran will join the war, along with Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, Sudan, and so many others. If at all it happens, means the war is escalated. Then may Russia and USA also get involved. If these two countries get involved, means that the Third World War cannot be avoided. Third World War would be inevitable then. So are the factors that the Europe and USA are suggesting Israel not to go for invasion. So is the delayed. Now third question is, why Israel action delayed in getting hostages back from Hamas? What is the reason? Why still hostages are there? Reason is, Israel do not have the clue whereabouts. So they have declared that case awards, who tells Israel that here is the place where the hostages are hidden and they will get the money. And other factor is, one thing is very clear, the Israel intelligence is very badly failed, shattered. Intelligence is totally failed. And fourth is that some kind of bargain is going on indirectly between Israel and Hamas about what are the conditions for releasing of these hostages. Now all these questions are there. Now let's see. Last one, the question about India. You are aware that India has a permanent stand from Nehru to Modi, that India stands with Palestine, for just cause of Palestine. But what happened? On 7th October, India reacted. The first reaction was given hurriedly, perhaps. What India said? India said India stands with Israel. So the entire world eyebrow raised. What happened to India? Different world media had different meanings. One media said that India is no longer non-aligned. Other media noted that India is a pro-West. India is joining NATO plus. They said it. Some media said that India is not interested for Global South. Otherwise, India could have bothered for the 40% membership of the Global South, because Muslim countries are the 40% there. And so many people had simple many questions. Nobody had the answer. India kept quiet for 7 days. It was mysteriously kept quiet. Finally clarified. 2 points. First is India criticized Hamas attack on Israel. And second, India still stands with Palestine for just cause. Anyway, but to see India is siding with Israel, Pakistan was very happy that India is no longer a blue-eyed voice of the Muslim world. Kashmir issue is weakened. This was the reaction of Pakistan. The India is no longer to say that we are the second largest Muslim country in the world. So many concerns they had. Anyway, finally India, when clarified, all such speculations, all the Pakistan's happiness have gone down. But still the question arises, how it happens? Had India declared to side with Israel was a deliberate one or by mistake? Some media says it was deliberate and kept quiet for 7 days because India's intention was to address the home crowd in view of the election nowadays. This is what the people had different meaning about that. Now let us see the impact of this war. You are aware that since this war has not come to an end, therefore the impact has to be tentative one only. Let us see what are the impacts. First one is the Israel military unpreparedness was badly exposed. How? There are certain points. First is there was no proper patrolling on the border, otherwise Hamas could not have entered into Israel. Second was no army action on 7th October when Hamas was there inside Israel for hours together. Third is no army was not ready to go for quick retaliation. So was the reason that Hamas had got sufficient time to take away hostages and kept them at a proper place, hidden at remote places. All it happened because of that. Now, other point is that Israel was waiting for 5 US shipment loaded with the arms to arrive to Israel. Before that, no proper retaliation started. Actual retaliation started only after this shipment came down to Israel. That was exposing again. Then the most dangerous thing what happened, reported by certain media, is that serious differences started between Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Defense Minister of Israel, and also the Chief of the Staff. They have the crisis of mutual trust, mutual confidence. They have no agreement on military action. All it shows that Israel is not militarily prepared as used to be for decades. One thing. Second thing, that the whole world had hyperactive geopolitical activities. You know, President of America, Defense Minister of America, Foreign Minister of America, or hurriedly came down to Israel and moved here and there. And second thing, whatever warships, aircraft carrier were available around those military bases US military bases in Middle East. They all had hyperactive. The military personnel available, all they also had the hyperactive. They came down to Israel hurriedly. Not only USA, even Russian President Putin came to China on the same day when Biden came to Israel. You can imagine, all it had happened. Not only that Russia or even the other countries of the Middle East like Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, all were overactive. So, second impact was overactive geopolitical activities, hyperactive. Third one is that the Secretary General of UNO has warned Israel not to violate international law. What is the reaction of Israel? Israel said, you should resign from the post. See the arrogance. Instead of accepting that action should not go against the international law, what they said, you resign from the post, otherwise you would be removed. See the reaction. Then fourth point is that, please see it, which is an important thing, that the first time it has been exposed, that China-US nexus exposed, that USA was seeking Chinese cooperation, and immediately the reaction given by Xi Jinping himself. He said, we are ready to cooperate with you. What is the intention? What is their intention? To isolate Russia? Whatever may be. But it has been noted by the media. And Russia is more vocal than China. Russia categorically says, even warned Israel not to impose blockade on Gaza. If at all you will do it, the Putin compared it with Nazi Germany's siege of Leningrad during Second World War. It's a very, very serious reaction by Russia. Anyway, the fifth one is the economic impact has to be inevitable world over. The movement of export-import has to be blocked. The inflation has to be there in the world, cannot be avoided. So all these things are inevitable. Then finally, here are the two opinions about the Hamas activities. Some people say Hamas attack on Israel was a terror action, and Hamas is a terror organization, particularly USA and European countries say. Other countries say no, Hamas is not a terror activity. What is the fact? What is the answer? My answer is yes and no both. It is a terror attack because this is a Palestinian Islamic fundamentalist militant group. So if you are a fundamentalist, you have to be terrorist. Normally this is what the meaning is. And why it is not terrorist? Because it is a political party taking part in election in Gaza, the part of Palestine. It has duly elected majority on the floor of parliament. So it is a democratically elected ruler of Gaza, the part of Palestine. So how can you say it's a terror action and only terrorist? So here the perceptions are divided. Then the permanent solution to this problem, Arab-Israel problem, is only thing that homeland to be given to Palestine. That sovereignty to be given to Palestine. If at all it is given, the permanent solution. And finally, why India is always supporting Palestine? What is the national interest of India? Why Palestine only? Why not Israel? Reason is, Israel is alone. If you support Israel, no other Israel will come with you. But if you support Palestine, then 40 Muslim countries will come with you. So, this support to Palestine is linked with the 40 Muslim countries. Very important support for the global south. Also, India seeks their support for Kashmir issue. India also seeking their support for economic development. So many India has national interest. Therefore, India is pro-Palestinian, standing for the cause of Palestine. This is all about my video. Thank you very much to each and every one of you.